Okay, so I will be responding to prompt number one, which focuses on analyzing the romantic relationships in the film, as well as why the play is so well known and liked. So the first relationship to analyze is Edmund and Rose's. Edmund was a super interesting character in the film because he was very in love with his wife in the beginning, but as the movie progressed, their passion for each other kind of seemed to fade. She was kind of seen as this constant pillar of support for him, but the passion that inspired him came more from his relationship with Jean. Um, it was shown like in the movie that he wrote these love letters to her, pretending to be Leo, and then they had the whole big scene where he confessed his desire for her and told her how much she inspired him to write the scenes for his play, even though like she admitted to loving him and he admitted to not loving her. Leo and Jean's relationship was totally built off of a lie, and it was this lie where she thought that Leo was the one that was writing her these letters, but in reality it was Edmund. And pretty much like as soon as Jean found out that it was Edmund that was writing her the letters and not actually Leo, like their relationship pretty much fizzled out. This was because Jean had claimed to have fallen in love with the man who wrote the words in the letters rather than for like the person that Leo was. Um, and this scene kind of made sense because Leo and Jean were kind of polar opposites throughout the whole movie. This is especially shown in the scene where Leo bumps into Jean before she goes up to the balcony, and he's very physical and informal with her, which she doesn't really appreciate or reciprocate at all. Um, and it ended with Edmund reciting just verses to Jean pretending to be Leo, and that's kind of like how it all began there. And then Leo like climbed up and ended up kissing that man, which was a comical scene. But um yeah, this is a situation where it really highlights how polar opposite the two were. um and then the relationship between Maria and the Flowery brothers was really interesting because both brothers are extremely expressive in their love and admiration for Maria, but a lot of it seems to be pretty unreciprocated from her. This is kind of shown right from the get-go where she made it clear that she didn't want to be in the play at all because she'd have to be around the brothers. But the brothers were like, no, she has to be in it if we're going to put the play on. And they made their devotion to her really, really well known to all the other characters. And the final relationship is the one between John and Susan. This relationship was out of all the ones I've talked about, definitely meant to be the most comical. She engaged in a bunch of activities with him right before the first screening of the play, which definitely came across to the viewer as being somewhat comedic. And Jean was kind of like a laughing character, definitely intended for the audience to laugh at him throughout. So I think that their relationship was supposed to be comedic to the audience as well. And then finally, the reason this play is so well known and liked worldwide is because of its ability to take some pretty heavy topics and put a little comedic twist on them, as well as it being really relatable. The audience is able to easily put themselves into the shoes of the characters, such as Roxanne and Cyrano, which is really, really appealing and makes it fun to watch.